Puerto Vallarta, Mexico has long been on my travel list, and for good reason. Though often recognized as a beach town nestled on the Pacific coast, it offers so much more. Its picturesque backdrop of the Sierra Madre Mountains provides endless opportunities to connect with nature. And for me, that means bike touring. So I mapped out an exciting 3-day bikepacking adventure, riding through various towns to soak up the local culture, both in spirit and flavor. Here's how the journey unfolded. What's up, everyone? Dwayne Pedals here. This is day one of bikepacking Puerto Vallarta. I'm actually leaving town right now, heading to San Sebastián and got a big day ahead. 54 miles, a little over 4K feet of climbing. So yeah, it's a little past 6:30 in the morning. I got out early, and yeah, I'm feeling good so far. I'm on the route. And just taking it easy leaving town, watching out for a lot of potholes and ditches since it's still a little bit dark, but feeling good, looking good. Let's keep the wheels turning. Roads are really soft and wet for the rainy season here. So, my way on the sidewalk a bit. And, looks like I'm gonna turn off soon according to my route, so sticking to the plan. Looks like the road got demolished here in this river, and this was what I'm supposed to be crossing, and that looks pretty deep, so I may have to look at my maps and just reroute around that. So I got to figure out what that looks like. All right, just about 14 miles into the route, made it around the river on the main road and connected back on the route here. And really soft sand and rock, so I'm gonna have to probably walk through this a little bit here. This is definitely like nice fatback territory, but with these 700 by 45 tires, might be a little bit slow rolling. About 20 miles in, had to get off the route a little bit and take a different ride onto another road. So this will take me across and back onto the route at a different area. I got off earlier and wrapped around like a small village. There were just too many dogs and cobblestone, so I just hopped on Guide GPS to see what I can do to sort of get by that, and this looks a lot better. And plus, there's not very many cars over here at all. I saw like just a couple of dump trucks pass on by, but other than that, it's pretty quiet. Alright, connected to my main route. So just gotta take this all the way into the next city, and yeah, That's where I'll get some more fuel in. Not too far away from it, so a bit of climbing to get there, but feeling good. I'm hydrated, and I got all my goodies and snacks to keep me afloat. So yeah, not a bad trail either, so can't complain. Came down from this trail here. This is some serious mountain bike territory right here. Definitely need fatter tires for this one, but I'm gonna make it work. Just came out the trail, heading to a small village called Las Palmas de Arriba. That's gonna be one of the main villages before San Sebastián. So I'm gonna get some food over here, relax for a bit, because it's gonna be a pretty big climb into San Sebastián. Walking up a little bit here. This is probably one of the hardest parts of the first day. Just climbing up from sea level to a little over 4,000 feet. But I just have this constant thought of this too shall pass, right? And I think that's like the pain that I'm sort of going through right now with walking up this hill, feeling the cramps coming on, and just like getting off the bike and living in that moment of just pacing myself, but also just like taking in all the nature and the beauty of this place, you know? On the road again, actually riding this time instead of walking up these roads. I was so happy to see a store off the side of the road where I just got some quick refreshments. That was such a lifesaver because I was a bit out of it. So the sun was just too hot. Now I'm just like much higher and a lot more overcast, basically in the clouds. So a lot cooler, but there's still ways to go. Caught up in the rain. It's actually quite pleasant. I kind of needed the shower from the dirt trails that I rode, but you know, hey, what are you gonna do? It's rainy season here. There are some storms. I hear thunder. You know, like, what are you gonna do, right? But no camping for me tonight. So I'm gonna go to a hotel that I had just booked up, and I'm gonna be staying there for the night. And looking forward to that actually, because I need to dry off and switch into some dry clothes and shower and just relax, you know? So looking forward to getting into town. Still quite a bit of ways. Really hard to see, a lot of overcast due to the rain and everything, but hey, if you're gonna ride here, I definitely recommend doing it when it's not rainy season. But you know, hey, still makes for a good bike ride. It's been a long time coming up here, but happy to say I did make it to the entrance of San Sebastián. So 14% grades, a lot of walking up and biking up this road here. I am cracked open, my legs are like sore. I was cramping, had to walk, I couldn't ride it. So I'm really looking forward to putting the bike down. What's up, everyone? Day 2. I am in San Sebastián de la Oeste. I'm going to be riding 55 miles to La Benita de Jaltemba. And yesterday I came out of Puerto Vallarta, and that was about 52 miles, and it was all climbing. It was a really tough day, and I knew about that getting into the first day of riding for the route that I've developed. But hey, that's just what it is, you know. Sometimes those hard things can bring out the best of us, you know. And I made it into town just a little bit before 5 p.m. yesterday, and I noticed things here closed really early. So if you want to grab food, it's important to check into your hotel, depending on where you're staying. If you're camping, you can do that too, but you have to plan ahead for that. Now, today I'm going to be riding down the mountain, so I have a huge descent, which should make me cover a ton of ground, which I'm really excited about, because yesterday, you know, my legs took the terrain here took its toll on my legs, and so really looking forward to that descent and just cruising down the mountain. So I got my bike all packed up, just about ready to take off here. And yeah, gonna ride around the town for just a little bit, shoot a few photos, and we'll head on out. Bye to San Sebastián. Be good to me. Yes. Woo. Came from a nice breakfast right outside of San Sebastián. It was the next town over, and it was cool. The owner spoke English, which was great. made it a little easy. I don't expect them to speak English either, but it was a bonus that she did. So it was much easier to communicate, especially with like my broken Spanish. But I do the best I can here. But yeah, I had a great meal. Steak, eggs, beans, and she doubled up on the tortillas, which was awesome and much needed. So yeah, really great place. And now I'm back on the road here. As you can see, it's gonna be, for the most part, a lot of road going down this mountain. But today, I'm gonna be going over the preserve, which is near the coast. So looking forward to seeing what that looks like in there. Met with one of these situations again. Just came out from that trail right down there, and it's supposed to go on that trail there. So I gotta figure out how to get around this, because there's no way I'm walking through that. All right, on the trail. We're faced with a river crossing back there that was supposed to be on my original track, but I had to ditch it because I just wasn't trying to go over that. I spoke to a local. He told me that it's gonna go a little bit of about waist high, and he said I could probably get over it, but he said if you fall down, it's gonna take you, you know? The current was so strong. And while I probably could have gotten over it because there was like a ledge, but it's just too risky. So I'd rather just ride a little bit further south into another village and try to get around it. And hopefully, I mean, I'm gonna go back a little bit out my way, but I just feel like it might be a little bit safer than going across that river. So it'll definitely add more mileage to the route, to the rest of today's ride, but hey, I'd rather just keep it safe. The part of the trail that I cannot cross because of this river. Man, it really sucks. I just crossed that river. I would, yeah, I mean, this is on the route. That's the trail on the other side right there. And I had to double back because there was just no other way to go. So came back, and like earlier, the same guy was over here on the other side who said I could walk across it, and many of the locals do it. Just stay on top of the ledge, which is to the left over there. You can see my fingers and hands are shaking because I'm so nervous still. But yeah, I'm just happy to live to tell the tale. But I don't think that was the smartest move, and I wouldn't recommend anyone doing that. But you know, when you're sort of thrown with situations that are tough or seem impossible, I think this was one of those situations here. Coming to you live from La Benita de Jaltemba in Mexico. This is day 3. This is the final day of my bikepacking trip in Mexico. Yesterday it started off pretty alright. Came out of San Sebastián de la Oeste and had a really nice breakfast at a local restaurant. Super nice, super great. I really needed that fuel for the morning for the ride. Had about like 30 miles of downhill, and yesterday was supposed to be just 55 miles, but turned out quickly to not be 55 miles due to the Emeka River, where I needed to cross, but I didn't think so. When I had planned out my route initially, I was supposed to be doing 55 miles to where I am now. I ended up just going around in circles, and it kind of sucked and really depleted a lot of energy. There was a point where I had to do a river crossing over the Emeka River because the road on my route said that there was a road that would take me here, and it was an off-road track. And I learned quickly when I was confronted by this river that it was basically demolished and caved into the river. I spoke to a few locals, and he said, "Oh, you know, you can cross it." So I decided not to cross it because I wanted to just like play it safe. I found another route and passed through some nice ranches and farmland, basically riding with the cows all day. And beautiful riding off-road. Found another road which would lead me over the Emeka River again, and that was a complete bust. It didn't happen. I made a third attempt on another road after speaking to a second local, and he said that wouldn't work, and checked it out, and obviously it didn't. So then I rode back to where I was. I crossed the river because I found another local who said that, yeah, you can continue going on this road and it'll take you here, you know? And that was probably one of the most scariest things in my life, and I don't recommend it for this ride at all. It wasn't waist deep or anything. It was about like knee high, but the currents were pretty fast and my life was flashing before my eyes. I'll just say that. You know, what I had to do was obviously I got across it, rode into it a bit more, and that just didn't work out because I saw the Mucho Grande River, the Emeka River, about half a mile up the road, and realized, yeah, I got to turn back. There's no way I can go into that. If I even attempted, wouldn't be here to tell you the tale. Ended up going back over the river and spoke to another local, and he told me the only way to get to where I get it to here was to take the road. And in order to catch that, you have to go pass through Puerto Vallarta. I had to go through Puerto Vallarta, and got really late. Started raining, thunderstorming. My battery on my phone died. My lights were dead. So I found a Starbucks and just sat there and tried to get my phone charged up, the lights charged up, and it was just like downpour, lightning, downpour. It was super unsafe. Wanted to just call it at that point, and most people would, because that's when you say you're not really having a good time, right? You're just riding for the sake of riding. Yeah. Ended up just like relaxing for a bit. Made my way over here with a lift to this city here. So this is the final day. Gonna just ride out from here into Puerto Vallarta, and that'll end it off. So I have 55 miles to get back to the city, and that should wrap up the trip. So what a freaking day yesterday, man. I am so sore and just exhausted, but that's bike touring for you. Let's do it. What's up, everyone? Day 3, riding into Puerto Vallarta, passing by Sayulita in just a bit, and I'm on the 200, which is Mexico 200. It's a major road that passes on the western coast from south to north, north south, what have you. And this is literally the only bike lane that's on the side of it, and it's not the entire length of the road. So I've been dipping out of this and also riding on some of the trail on the right side that passes in through some of the villages, and then the actual main road itself, which is super dangerous. And I knew what I was getting into. I just wanted to like really see the different villages up here where I stayed as I ride into Puerto Vallarta for the final day. So yeah, so far so good. Just taking it easy, playing it safe, of course, and keeping my mind on the road as I should be right now. Made it down to the coast. I was riding between this jungle, engulfed on this road, and it was so hot, it just swallowed me whole. I'm so glad to be by the ocean now to catch that breeze. Puerto Vallarta. Sometimes the mountains stretched across the distant horizon offer a much-needed escape from the challenges that lie ahead when venturing into the unknown. Even when I've blown both my physical and mental fuse box, I know I must find a way to regain control one way or another. It's all a matter of the mind, crafting solutions to conquer the obstacles that were in front of me. And in the end, it's these very journeys that I look back on, the ones that test me, that turn into the best stories worth telling. quite pleasant.